Dad stopped applauding when the youth receipt showed who paid Eli's trip balance. I knew Sharon was setting me up when she asked for the microphone. The church fellowship hall was packed after youth choir recognition and a send-off for my stepbrother Eli's summer service trip. There were sheet cakes on folding tables, coffee urns hissing in the corner, and half of Sharon's prayer circle arranged around her like backup. Sharon loves public gratitude because it lets her sort people into saints and disappointments without sounding rude. She has been married to my dad 9 years and still treats me like a leftover piece from his first life. Eli and I are not especially close, but we get along. 2 months ago, he called from the church parking lot, sounding sick with embarrassment, and asked if I could cover the last $600 for his trip. Sharon had told him they were short, Dad was stressed about truck repairs, and he should not bring it up again. Eli begged me not to tell Dad because he did not want another dinner lecture about money, so I paid the church office online and told Eli not to worry about paying me back. I forgot about it after that. Then Sunday became a performance. Sharon stood in front of the room and started thanking everyone who had, in her words, poured into Eli's future. She thanked choir parents, the youth director, and her sister for the raffle baskets. Then she looked straight at me and said some relatives only materialize after the hard parts are over and still expect to be treated like day one supporters. People laughed, that strange church laugh that means they heard it and wish they had not. My dad did not stop her. He nodded. I said I had not asked for credit. Sharon smiled and said, "That's good, because credit usually follows contribution." Eli went pale. His face changed. Right then, Marcy, the youth administrator, walked over with a manila folder. She apologized for interrupting and said she needed one parent's signature for the travel insurance rider. Then she added that she also had a duplicate payment receipt because the donor acknowledgement letter had come back with an incomplete mailing address. She handed it toward Sharon. Sharon looked down and stopped moving. Dad asked what it was. Marcy said helpfully, "The receipt for Eli's remaining trip balance." We had Daniel listed as payer on the online portal. Nobody spoke for a second. Dad held out his hand. Sharon did not pass the paper fast enough, so Marcy gave Dad the duplicate from her folder. It showed the amount, the date from 2 months earlier, Eli's trip account, and my name under payment contact. Sharon said there must be some mistake. Eli said quietly, "No," I asked him. That was the room change. Dad looked at Eli first, then at me, then back at Sharon. One prayer circle woman got busy cutting cake. Marcy stepped back. Dad asked why Eli had needed to ask me at all. Eli said Sharon told him money was tight and not to bother Dad until the truck was fixed. Then he said, Sharon also told him not to make a big deal if I helped because Daniel likes leverage. I did not say much. Sharon's version of me was losing air in real time. Dad took the microphone out of her hand and set it on the dessert table. Then he asked Eli if he would have been able to go without that payment. Eli said no. So the truth landed cleanly. Sharon had used me as the selfish comparison point in front of half the congregation, while I was the person who made sure Eli could still go. After that, nobody let Sharon narrate. Dad asked Marcy for copies of the fundraising statements. Sharon tried once to say support looks different, but nobody helped her finish. Eli sat beside me while people packed leftovers, which was the first natural thing anybody had done all afternoon. I did not need an apology in that room. Sharon losing control of it was enough. She tried to make me the relative who only shows up after the work is done, and the receipt in Marcy's hand made everyone watch who had actually carried the part that mattered.